I had no idea you could milk a cat.
Oh yeah, you can milk anything with nipples.
I have nipples, Greg. Could you milk me?
Okay, could we change subject, perhaps?
That is the scene from Meet the Parents that reminds us of just how awkward it can be when introducing your new boo to the family. If you've got plans to do this holiday season, we want you to succeed. We don't want you to be like, what's his name in Meet the Parents?
Well, I don't know, but I just know for all my children, when you are married and I'm meeting your significant other, I'm going to be exactly like De Niro in that scene.
Oh my gosh,
It's going to be me.
Oh my gosh, okay, well, for those of you who want to avoid that situation, we have Matchmaker Maria, founder of Agape Match, and she has some tips to make it go smoothly. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
This often happens around the holidays, right? So what should people be thinking about?
So I have an acronym. It's called POBA.
POBA, okay.
Prepare, offering, break, attitude.
Okay.
All right, but before we even have this, when
POBA.
should you be meeting, right? Should you even be meeting? And I think you have to ask yourself, do you belong to a culture or a family where people meet before having serious conversations of where this is leading to or not? But nonetheless, in POBA, we have prepare. Prepare the person you're bringing over to your house. Prepare your parents. Tell them the good, the bad, the ugly, your partner, what topics we're avoiding, right? We don't want to get into an awkward situation. And then, of course, O is for offering. We want to make sure that you're coming with something. Don't come empty-handed, right?
Smart.
Cook something, flowers, bottle of wine.
It's an opportunity to go wrong, though, but carry on, carry on.
Yeah. Then we have break. If things get a little too tense or awkward, like, listen, you might be meeting people who could be in your life forever.
Forever.
Right? You want to make a good impression, but it's really stressful. So give yourself permission to take a break, go to their room for a few minutes. And the last one is A for attitude. You're there not to impress other people, but to make a new memory. If you enter with that in mind, it takes the pressure a little off. You're just there for a couple of hours. You go home after.
I feel the skepticism radiating off of Tony.
No, I just think
your thoughts.
It can be a very fraught situation. The offering, in particular, I think is something people can get wrong.
Right.
So you have to do a little bit. You have to know. It's a skill, actually knowing what to offer.
I have learned that you can't go wrong with a basket of fruit.
Oh, really?
That's good.
Yeah,
See,
it goes across cultures. So some good pears, walnuts, in there, in that little basket, you can go a really long way. I will say, like, you know, I have been in the situation with my own family where my husband now, when he was my boyfriend, he had the best experience meeting my parents, right? We went bowling.
There he is.
Oh, there he is. We went bowling first, and we had that natural break in between the pins to get to know each other. On the other hand, my in-laws, who like me now, they were not prepared by my husband. And they just decided to not like me for the first 7 years. But look at us now. Look how
at
gorgeous
you now.
we are.
You're matching in hats.
Yeah. And the thing is, like, that prepare is really important, right? You don't want to just be like, okay, this is the person. And be like, this is what I like about her. This is what she brings out in me. And also, as the person meeting the parents, I always wanted, look, I loved my in-laws from the moment I met them because they raised a man who had high integrity, exhibited deep empathy, and like, that's because of them. So that respect of love came from that too.
The way these meetings can sometimes go wrong is because the preparation meets the reality that the parents are worried about. So, for example, it might be about, if this person is going to marry my child, where are they going to raise that family? Or do they even want to have a family, right? These are sort of the touch points. Am I going to be close to grandkids or not, right?
Are they good enough, right? A lot of parents put their kids on pedestals and never think the others are good enough.
Well, do you make enough money to make this comfortable, or are things going to be difficult? Is my son or daughter signing up for difficulty?
And I think that there's two routes that we're taking here. At first, if your in-laws don't like you, don't take it personally. They probably wouldn't have liked anyone for their little princess or little prince. But also, if your parents don't like the person that you've brought home, ask yourself, well, do my friends like this person? Because your parents might be right. You may have brought someone home that might not be a good person. Ask your friends what they think too. Like, hey, here's how my parents acted. What do you think about this? And reflect a little bit. But to go back to the holidays, remember, like, it's all about attitude, you know. We're in a holiday week now. Everyone wants to be in a good mood for the most part. Wine is not a bad idea either.
But too much wine is a bad idea.
Take a break.
Okay, all right. And if someone says, do you plan on moving back to the other coast or moving to New York?
Are you speaking from experience? Listen, you don't know, right? You don't
Yeah.
know what is going to happen the next 6 months. So I think, you have to prepare your parents too of like, here's what I envision my life being like.
Yeah.
That's good.
We could talk about this forever, but Maria, thank you so much for being here.
Did it. Matchmaker.